Well, the courthouse clock said it's 6 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and call this March meeting of the Blount County Board of Zoning Appeals to order. Roger, if you'd call the roll, please.
Andy Allen.
Here.
Larry Chesney. Here. Bruce Damro's not here. Stan Hedrick.
Here.
Rob Walker.
Here. If there's no discussion, is there a motion to approve last month's meeting minutes?
Also approved.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
No special exceptions, no appeals, and one variance request from front side setback requirements on Peacock Ridge Drive.
This variance request is for the side setback requirements for a new dwelling to replace the existing dwelling at 808 Peacock Ridge Drive. The property is identified on tax map 95 LB Group E, Parcel 2, and is located in the R1 zone. The required side setback is 5 feet. This is in Big Valley, and we've got special setbacks for them, so it is the 5 feet rather than 10. The requested variance is to be able to replace the existing structure with one at the same width, since the existing structure does not meet the 5 feet minimum setback on each side. A variance is required in order to obtain a building permit. And I included the survey of the property with the current home located on it, and the structure sits up against a retaining wall that is located on the applicant's property. So he's not going any closer, but he wants to be able to at least go back where this one sits.
Ma'am, since you're the only one here, I suppose you're in favor of this variance?
No, I'm not.
Uh-oh.
And I'll tell you why if you want to see my pictures.
Can you tell us your name, please?
Beverly Smith. And I'm at 810 Peacock. Or have property in there. And this is, you can pass those down. They're just different. The wall that we're talking about belongs to 808 Peacock, which is asking for the variance. The wall is falling.
Now, is this your property right here?
This is my property.
Okay.
And that's at
You
the street.
uphill or downhill?
I'm uphill.
So you're above the falling wall?
Yes.
Got
I own the wall, the retaining wall above us.
There's one on one wall on each lot and one on the other one?
Yeah.
And so the one below you is not taking care of theirs?
Right, it's not been taken care of, and it's fallen, and he sent us a big bully letter saying he was gonna tear it down, and,
What happens if he tears it down?
well, our driveway is gonna fall, you know, once the dirt erodes our concrete driveway.
Do you have a property owners association that make him maintain that wall?
No, it's that old boy syndrome stuff.
Ma'am?
I don't care for him to put in a new unit, but I do have a problem that he don't fix the wall.
And this is your house here?
No, she's up here.
That's the one that's want the variance.
This is a little bit.
Oh,
So if that wall is,
This is ours here.
but this wall is the responsibility of this owner.
That one,
And
yes.
your wall, you're responsible for one up
That
here.
one.
so how would this wall affect you if it was,
If it
no.
comes down,
Yeah,
then all this dirt will start falling.
but this is not you,
No, that's not me, that's him.
and this is not you.
That's me,
Oh, okay.
where the little bridge.
And you got another wall up here you maintain, as a stair steps. Gotcha.
Yeah, this is the one that's wanting the variance, and that's
Where's the
why.
where's the property line right there? That is the
wall.
property line?
The wall, and that's our wall above us.
And this is a guy that's wanting to,
Right.
okay.
He's got
He's
that
asking for variance to put in one just like this.
Space
Gotcha.
between the falling wall
No, no.
and his unit now.
Huh?
He's got about that much space.
Yeah.
Not enough for me to walk through.
Me either.
I don't think I could walk through there.
No, skinny person would get trouble.
I believe Rob's the only one in this committee that can walk through there.
I resemble that.
Go walk
And
through.
he had freezed.
What, has the Property Owners Association had any input into this at all?
No, because
Do they know that he's wanting to do that?
I guess they know he's wanting to put a new unit in. But he sent us a letter threatening that that wall was our responsibility. And we were like, it's not on our property, it's on your property.
I got the solution.
Do not record that statement.
Do not record that, please.
If you didn't hear it, erase it.
No, this is all legal. This is all legal. I'll wait
Well, what's legal, tell me?
when we get to.
We'll open up the floor for discussion from the board.
Can we go somewhere else?
Yes, if you want to. Is there any discussion?
Yes, I have some. From the road, the wall is obviously lean and is obviously cracked. My concern with this is if we approve it and the wall falls, does Blount County or the BZA have any liability if someone happens to be there and it falls on them? Or if it falls on that house, do we have any liability? That's my concern.
I would think no, I'm not a lawyer. I mean, it's his wall, it's on his property. We don't even require a permit for that type of wall. So it's basically, it would be his responsibility.
Is he putting in another mobile home?
I guess with the park model, probably the
Well, the reason I'm asking is,
the standard that goes up there now is a park model.
when the mobile home has a slider, what's that called? It slides out.
I'm not a camper person.
Slide out. The slide out, it looks like it's within like 12 inches of the wall.
Oh, yeah.
So is he asking to put a full width trailer up to that point, or another slide out that almost touches the wall like this one?
I didn't get the details on the floor plan of what he's putting. But he wants to be able to go up to where the slider is, or the slide out is.
With his new mobile home?
Yes.
Or he's not building a constructed?
No,
house?
no.
Okay. That's my concern. The walls obviously, I don't know if that's happened in the past month or 50 years, but the wall is obviously leaning.
It would make sense if you're gonna make the investment to put a new unit in there that you'd wanna secure that to keep it from damaging it, but, you know, we can't make him do that.
Well, my concern is I don't want somebody come back to BZA and say, hey, you guys approved him to put this thing within 12 inches and it falls, and they come back to us and say, oh, you approved this thing, now you got the liability.
For y'all to read that, we got back.
So,
Is
that's
that,
my concern.
is that the letter from him?
Letter from him to us, and then we fired a letter back to him.
Now, Roger, if you went up through there and instituted the 5-foot setback, you'd move half those mobile homes out of that place.
Oh, yeah, there's violations all over the place.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's others up there that are within the 1 to 2 feet from the upper wall. So this is not unusual, except that the wall is obviously.
Yeah, and keep in mind that the property line's on the other side of the wall, close,
Oh, it is?
yeah. The wall's all on his property.
Okay.
Well, the, Big Valley I think Big Valley's a fine little place. They've got their own association in there, and they police themselves. So in this one, and the reason I ask, have you talked to the homeowners? So in the times past, they've been involved in different ones when they've come before us. They need to be involved in this one. And if it's, even though it may not be written down, if one is responsible for a wall on this side and the next is responsible for, then when you get done, I'll make a move.
Yeah, the board, the so-called board,
it's not on you no way, is it? The wall he
No,
has.
it's not on us anyway.
Who filled it in behind it?
Mr. Boatman, back in 1992.
So when you bought the place, it was already
We
filled?
bought the place before that. We bought our place. Mr. Boatman was the one that put that wall in. And we had no input, they just.
Who gets the most benefit out of that, those little bushes through there? Him or?
The bushes is just a decorative bush.
Did he do that or did,
I did that, it's on their property.
yeah.
Here's the letter that we wrote back to them. Of course, that's just us. Yeah. But we've had a place up there since 85, 86.
Is this your permanent home or a
No,
weekend?
it's just weekend, whatever.
Are most of these places just weekend homes?
They used to be. Now it's turned into year round.
Is
They
it?
used to shut it down in the winter,
Oh, did it?
for about 3 or 4 months in the winter time. But now it's becoming a permanent residence. In fact, my dad never started going back in my community.
Just so I'm clear, are you wanting the wall repaired or is he?
The wall, he's wanting the wall repaired. He's wanting us to pay for it, which we're not going to. And if he tears it down, we'll have to, I guess, get an attorney and same for, the property falling, not retaining his property. Or, not maintaining his wall to, protect our property.
Understood.
Just like we had maintained the wall above us, to protect the man and lady above us. Our wall started to crack a little bit, so we did repairs. His wall, from the get-go, wasn't built correctly, and that's why it's falling. It wasn't built with concrete and rebar, and it didn't.
So according to this letter, the guy below him could take his wall down and let this guy's property slope.
Yeah, he's claiming, the landowner of 808 that's wanting variance, he's claiming that neither wall is his.
Yeah, okay.
But according to the surveys, the wall is his.
The wall is his.
Yeah, you can see it on the survey. If you, take a look at the survey. It's that little hash line right there. It runs along the property line, just on the inside of it.
Is that his permanent residence or just a weekend home?
He lives in New York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
New York.
New York, yeah. So I'm assuming that that's just an assumption that maybe they're gonna move down here. I don't know.
How often do they come down and stay?
We're not up there, but it's not secure anymore. We used to be up there all the time in the summer. The sun's curling up and we don't like going up that much. It's not that big a deal anymore. I want the Tommy to come back. So we can sell it.
Any other discussion from the board? Hearing none, we'll entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we defer it, and get the Property Owners Association in Big Valley involved, because, if it don't meet the setback requirement right now, there's, with this situation, I think they need to be involved in, address some of the issues too, and let's not get crossways with them. But defer it, get them involved in it.
Is there a second?
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Yes.
That means that they would come back to us with their understanding, right?
Mhm.
Second motion.
But after that fact, once they're agreeing to whatever, I have no problem with the variance on the setback. I don't think nobody up there would.
Yeah, I don't care, I just don't want to get into that wall following, and he's gonna be blaming us that it's in his new unit.
Roger, a motion's been made and seconded. You wanna call the roll?
Andy Allen,
Yes.
Larry Chesney,
Yes.
Stan Hedrick,
Yes.
Rob Walker.
Yes.
And to defer it for 1 month?
They meet once a month, the board of directors. My husband used to be on the board. He pulled a lot of hair out,
What,
When we had to put this, I don't know, maybe y'all around, when we had to put the septic system in up there. We got around the septic system.
or your board will have to meet before it'll come back to this board. So,
Well, now, keep in mind, we can only defer one for 60 days, and then if you don't act on it within 60 days, it's just an approval. So,
surely they'll meet within 60 days, won't they?
I'm
Or
not sure what.
can you have a special call meeting for that?
I know they had one around Memorial Day. Yeah.
yeah, give me some direction here. Do you want me to reach out, or do you want to get them to give us a letter, or come?
Can you just?
I don't know who it is.
John Warner is the head chairman.
If your office could just write the chairman of their board, and they can either meet with it or they can send us a letter back with their decision.
What decision on making him fix the wall? I mean, this is new ground for me. I've never reached out to HOA before to make a BZA decision.
Yeah, I think the decision is they're pretty active in policing their things in there. So since neither they are here or the other person wanting to do this is here, I think we need a little input from their homeowners association to go forward. I personally agree with her. If it's his wall and take care of his wall.
Yeah, well, had the man been nice to us, we would have even helped labor-wise. Just being nice. But
My only concern in this is we're making a decision on a setback,
On a BZA
on a BZA setback, and we're involving a wall that's not in our decision whatsoever.
Well, in that regard, the wall does affect our decision as far as health, safety, and welfare.
I agree with that, because the wall could fall on somebody and
Agreed.
crush them between the wall and the home, and we've given the approval for the variance on the setback. I think we could have some liability.
But I would like, if you could write a letter and ask them to be here. That's really, that would be better for me.
Okay.
There's
Time don't come around real easy. How about I just call
Even better.
them? Okay.
Yeah.
John Jordan, he lives in Knoxville, somewhere.
See, now, yeah, if the property owners association come back and say, hey, we don't want this to happen, since they're policing their deal and we're giving a variance, if we went against their wishes, whatever their wishes were, and for whatever reason, I think we'd be going down the wrong path there.
Everybody good though if he just calls them and asks them
Oh,
to
yeah.
be here?
Okay.
I think that would work.
That would become dialogue.
And I'll ask them to either be here or get us something to put in your packet.
Okay, Roger, then that says then if we don't resolve this in that in the May meeting, it's either gonna be approved or we have to vote it down.
Or will it even come up to us to approve or vote down?
It'd be, April would be the next meeting. If we don't do anything by the May meeting, it's an automatic approval.
Will it be on the agenda next month irregardless?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's make sure we keep it on the agenda, because
Oh,
we don't
yeah,
want this
I will.
thing to pass just because we forgot it.
Or we could put in there as a stipulation, he has to fix that wall or take it down and stabilize the ground above it.
I think we're on legally shaky grounds
Yeah,
with that.
what happens if he says, I'll just take the wall down, I don't need the wall,
Then he's gonna have my property,
but that's not his responsibility?
it is according to my.
See, there you go.
Well, and to build the wall, I mean, he's gonna have to dig back 3-4 feet into your property to build the wall.
Backfill it, and put the ground like it's supposed to be.
You know,
That's where your property owners association may come in and help us out on that.
This is not the first time they've had this issue, because every house down through
Right.
there has this same wall.
Right.
I mean, this guy's got the same issue on the other side of his lot. If that guy tears down his wall, his property's, they can turn around and sit there.
I wanna be careful if he says I ain't doing nothing with the wall, and we say, well, then no setback, then we set a precedence that we're gonna maintain a 5-foot setback in that, and the next person that comes in with a new motorhome or mobile home, we gotta be careful, you know? We can be like, no, you got 5 foot on each side.
That's why I want to get the feel if they're
Yeah, I agree.
I think we're legally on shaking grounds if we're basing our decision off of an HOA issue. But that's just me, my opinion.
That $5 will buy you cocoa, you keep on.
Exactly.
It goes back to health, safety, welfare issues, and that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Cause I've been concerned about falling in on his, but, I don't get up there on the wall and walk around out there. But,
Rogers, anything else tonight?
That's all I got.
A motion to adjourn?
Second.